And I'm cooking with one of my favorite barbecue ingredients. We've got some amazing mushrooms here. We've got the flat white mushrooms, Portobello mushrooms. I'm going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do rotisserie mushrooms with a cauliflower tabbouleh. Sounds interesting, but it is going to be absolutely delicious. And the best thing is, Everdure FUSION, you get your spit roast with it. So perfect for these mushies. They're going to be delicious and tender, and of course packed full of flavour. So I'm just going to take the mushrooms themselves and just quickly pop out the stem, just with my hand. Pop that out. That can go, and that leaves a spot for us to sort of stack these mushies on top of each other like that, because that's how they're going to fit on the spit roast. So what we're going to do is throw a little bit of extra flavour in here, some smoked paprika, a little bit of preserved lemon, delicious. We've got some garlic, of course, mushrooms, garlic, best friends, cumin, pop that in. Thyme, again, another best friend of the mushroom. And then, of course, we are going to pinch up some salt. Like you would any sort of barbecue ingredient, a good season of salt is really, really important. And then, of course, we want to lubricate, so some extra virgin olive oil goes in there as well. All right, that's looking good. Give it a good mix around. Get them in there, sort of spoon a little bit over, gently toss them through, get them in all those sort of gills that you have on your mushroom. It's going to soak up all that flavour. Going to give it a toss, and while they're cooking, we're also going to be basting them a really nice sort of buttery flavoured base that's going to, again, absorb into the mushrooms. And we're going to get a skewer, and it's time to get mushrooming. So straight through the middle, straight on, and we're just going to sort of hold it in place at the end there. There we go. The key is to just be really gentle with getting your mushrooms on, and just push them down so they're sort of sandwiched and buttered up against each other. Slowly, slowly, until you get a good whack on there. And we go on with our the skewer, clip it in, let's get it on the spit. Nice and easy. One end goes in, pop it out, that goes down, press our little spit button, and it starts turning. The aroma is going to start coming with all those spices. You can see them on my hands. The smoke will come up and flavour it all. How good is that? Basting time, really easy. We've got a small little saucepan, just going to chuck that over the coals. Perfect for what we're going to do here. I'm just going to pop that into the pot, let it gently melt down, and then I've got a little bundle of thyme that I'm going to use as my brush. Now you don't need to go crazy because it's going to produce quite a bit of smoke, but it's just about keeping those mushrooms nice and moist and tender, and you'll start to really feel and smell all that aroma. Cauliflower tabbouleh time, that's right, cauliflower. A little bit different. The cauliflower sort of acts as the grain. You know, normally you'd have a couscous or some sort of grain in your tabbouleh, but we're going to use cauliflower. I'm just going to grate it on the box grater, and that's going to give a really nice sort of textural element, something a bit different. You just grate it and you get that sort of really nice sort of snowy texture. A little bit of coriander in there. Got some parsley, we'll just finely chop some of that up. Mushrooms are looking really good, they're glossy and shiny, they're softening down. All the flavours from our spice rub are starting to incorporate into the whole rotisserie. Herbs are looking good, nice and fine. I'm going to pop those in with our grated cauliflower. Next up, some cucumber, half, quarter, eighth. I'm going to run the knife through pretty finely. That can go in there as well. Next up, our Perino tomatoes. Tomatoes like this remind me of, you know, the backyard. You got the tomatoes growing, pull them straight off the vine, that real tomatoey flavour. Just need some dressings, got some lemon, a little bit of zing, which is great. Just over the whole dish. Season with some sea salt. Hit those tomatoes, they love a bit of salt. And then finish it off with extra virgin olive oil, good generous drizzle. Dressed up, cauliflower tabbouleh is done. Mushrooms are very close. Heat-proof gloves are on. Gonna turn the spit off so it stops spinning. And just pop around here, lift the lid, pull it out one side, the other side, and look at that. I mean, you can see how much they've shrunk, but that is just amazing. I really only just want 1 or 2 to start with, just to show you guys how good this is going to be. Maybe 3. And I'm just going to sort of slice through the mushy. Let me have a little taste. Yum. All that flavour's in there, the butter, seasoned really nicely. Perfect for our wrap, which I'm just going to give a little touch up with some of that melted butter and just throw that straight on the charcoal. I'm going to start with a little bit of this natural yogurt, go down with some of our tabbouleh, and then just go hard with these mushrooms. Finish it off with some of our shaved red onion. Imagine all these elements in the middle of the table. You got your mushies, you got your tabbouleh, you got some onion, some yogurt, fresh wraps that have just been warmed up on the charcoal. The family sits down, takes a bite, friends around, a couple of drinks. Perfect. I gotta have some.